Hello and welcome to another update video about Filecoin. I really only covered Filecoin once before, which was the 16th of April. And yeah, let's take a look at what I said back then. It's been over a month now. I think time to revisit TAs from a while ago from time to time. And this was on the 16th of April. So let's take a look at what I said in the video, and then we take a look at the updated technical analysis in previous live streams as well. However, I'm a bit concerned generally about the price action here. So in the first instance, so personally at the moment, I would, I personally don't find it investable at the moment. I'm very honest with you. It is really difficult because the price is below the 88.2% FIB level already. And what happens if Bitcoin drops another 40%? Yeah, because the potential is there. What does Filecoin do? Will it go to $10? Where will it stop, right? It is concerning. It might go into Okay, so this was the video from back then. I think the message was clear. It was actually not the 88.2% FIB level. It was the 88.7% FIB level here at $27. In the end, it doesn't make any difference really to the price. It was already earlier than many other cryptos below that FIB level. That critical FIB level is basically the last Fibonacci retracement level on the FIB ladder. It was there already before many other cryptos, already back in April. Recently, only cryptos dropped below that level. Many cryptos only dropped below that level in May. Not all of them as well, just some of them. But that was already Filecoin back in April, and I was getting concerned, and I highlighted that. And I said, I still expected another Bitcoin drop, which eventually also happened. But what would then happen for Filecoin, right? Because there was one more support level that I did give you. That was here the $16 level, $15 to $16 level. That was lost as well. Since then, we dropped 50%. And I think the message that Filecoin at the time wasn't investable, I think was a good message. I think it probably helped a lot of people, hopefully, not to jump in here. Even when we saw that spike here, because I said we would need to break at a minimum on the way up. We would need to break above the $27 level, which didn't happen. That was at least the absolute minimum Filecoin needs to do to get some trust back. But you can see it was just rejected here. And we need to understand these FIB levels in terms of sentiment, market sentiment. I'm looking at this from an Elliott Wave point of view. And here you've got, we are in a corrective wave, in my opinion, at the moment. But if a cryptocurrency or an asset in general drops below that 88.7% FIB level, it is just very hard to recover. Now, it doesn't mean the coin needs to die, absolutely not. But it, first of all, could last longer until it is getting back to its full strength again. It might never recover. Yeah, that possibility exists. We have seen other cryptos. In fact, we've seen over 1,000 cryptocurrencies, way over 1,000, that have never recovered. So it would, there are coins that are dying on a weekly basis. And Filecoin, the problem is, if you have a coin that was at around $240 nearly, and then it dropped to $7, what does it tell you in terms of trust? And when you get, this is really very, you can explain this very well in terms of sentiment. I mean, when you see something that dropped more than 90% in the price, way more than 90%, then you get concerned as well. And other investors are getting concerned. So you just need a lot of money to bring the price back up. You need that sentiment, that positive sentiment to come in again, that optimism. And that is just very, very difficult when you drop below that level. Now, dropping below that level is not necessarily a major problem as long as the coin recovers again. But what did Filecoin do? It actually retested that level from below and then dropped further as expected. Yeah, I told you that really it's not investable. And from that point, we dropped, well, where were we? $20 we were in that video. Let me just check once more. $20. Yeah, I mean, look, we dropped from around $20 here, 66% once more. I mean, that warning came at the right time. So it is currently holding support here above this sort of up and down that we had. Yeah, that area of trade here that was really, really long-winded. But if it drops below that level, we might just get down into this region again and move around between $2 and $7. Yeah, that is the risk, and then stay there for maybe a couple of years. Unfortunately, that the risk is just there. So the problem here with this chart is just this is now support. We are pretty much already where we were before, right? We are pretty much here in the same price range where we were between 2018 and 2020. And the problem is that it is one of the first cryptos that's getting there from those cryptos that already existed back in the last bull run. So it just doesn't highlight the strength of this chart. Yeah, it just is quite weak. What is good that it made a significant all-time high in this bull run, but now that we dropped so much, it just raises concerns for the next bull run. Yeah, and we need to pay close attention to Filecoin. I think I own a little bit, really fraction, so I'm not worried about that at all. But it still is just not strong. It's just not strong. So what can I tell you? I can't really tell you anything. I can only tell you again the warnings here. I can highlight to you that even here at the moment, there is no sign of recovery at the moment. I can tell you that we are really in this low price range again, which is basically going to be between $3 roughly and $9 and $10. So that is sort of the range, in which the price ranged in the last bear market. So again, we can make that a bit more accurate here. I would say between $2.50 and $10. Yeah, and that is now a level in which we are, and the price would first need to break out of this range again to get back into potential recovery mode. But then we need to break the previous resistance at $16. Yeah, this is also what we had before. We had resistance here, support here. So that will be resistance, yeah. And then the price would need to get back above the 88.7% FIB level at $27. And honestly, I personally would not find Filecoin investable below that level. It needs to establish itself back above that level. And otherwise, it is just at high risk. The downward pressure is still there. And it might sound crazy, but I think we won't get confirmation that the downtrend is over for Filecoin because it has dropped so much until we break above this wave, which would be a wave B at $120. Yeah, it is unfortunately what it is because the price has dropped so much and these FIB levels are so extended. So we can understand this in terms of the Elliott waves. Here as a wave 1, we might now be in a wave 2. We will get in a wave 3, 4, 5. So that wave 3 will be somewhere up here. The wave 5 will be even higher, but only and only if the price can recover. Yeah, you just have to assume the coin won't die, otherwise it doesn't work. Otherwise all of this would be a corrective pattern and the coin will die, which I don't hope it will. It will just take longer to recover, I guess. But it's just not at the moment investable for me because we don't see any bullish signals here in the chart, and any kind of recovery that other cryptos did, Filecoin was very weak and it has just dropped so much. So investor sentiment is changing, interest is dropping. There is just a reason for concern. Yeah. And within this wave 2, which is a corrective wave, we have this ABC pattern. So we're coming down from the all-time high in a wave A, moving up in a wave B, coming down in a wave C. And the question is, when is this wave C over? Now, I think we're coming close to the low. Obviously, there isn't much more space we can drop anyway. We already dropped like 95%, right? So at the moment, just the message here is concern. Yeah, the risk, the warning I made came at the right time, but now it's really, we need to watch this, and it currently doesn't really look bullish. We saw a reaction from that swing low, made a higher low indeed, but now made a lower high, made a higher low, yes, but now a lower high as well, and a lower low again. Yeah, and until we see some bullish signals, personally, I'm trying to stay away from Filecoin. That is just my view. Yeah, there might be people who say, right, I'm speculating, and speculation is always a possibility as long as you understand the risk behind it, because the price certainly is very low. And if we get back to a $250 level, amazing, absolutely, yeah. And if we break the all-time high, it will be way higher, and then you bought at a super price. But yeah, for me, it is just too risky because it could just go into no man's land. But the price compared to where we are, it is one of the cheapest of all cryptos that I do cover, yeah, compared to the all-time high. But this isn't necessarily a good thing because it just dropped too much. Okay, and that is my view about Filecoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.